What is up, my Watt movie and TV realists? Once again, I am Matt, and we are back for a real review. Pretty sure this is the second maybe real review of the year. I'm kind of excited because it's been a while. As you see, the content has started picking up. We've had 3 reactions so far. We've had our He-Man Masters of the Universe teaser trailer reaction. We have had our Maul Shadow Lord trailer reaction, and then today we had a Daredevil Born Again Season 2 reaction. So be sure to check that out after the fact. But yeah, I am ready to talk more about Marvel because today's review is Wonder Man. Listen, I know a lot of people like myself were afraid the moment that they saw Wonder Man was a full season drop on Disney Plus. Now, in the past, other shows that have had a full season drop that are Marvel related was Echo, and that was kind of middling reception. So it's understandable why a lot of people will be like, hey, it's another full season drop of a Marvel series. I don't have a lot of faith in that. I don't know how to feel. Well, I can tell you without a doubt that Wonder Man, as of right now, is my second favorite television series of the year. Right now, I've seen 2. The other will be covered in a review that drops tomorrow. But this is the kind of television series people have been waiting for. Now, it doesn't have the Marvel formula, and I think that's going to be the reason that people love it. But I can also see for some diehards, that's the reason it hates it. They hate it because at the end of the day, this series is more akin to Seth Rogen's The Studio on Apple TV Plus. However, that's a praise in my opinion because I thought that was the best television series of 2025, especially new television. Now, this series, without a doubt, is buoyed by the 2 performances from its leads and Yahya Abdul-Mateen II and Ben Kingsley, because they capture just this amazing bromance that ultimately just brings you in and pulls you in, and you're like, wow, I could care less that superheroing isn't going on. And that's the thing. Ultimately, this show is a show about mental health, and it's a show about what it's like to be an actor. And that's probably going to be people's biggest complaint. There's not a lot of superheroing going on. It's about the day-to-day at a struggling actor's life who's doing everything in his position to get the role as the lead character of Wonder Man in this upcoming movie revival from this well-known director in this Marvel Cinematic Universe, at least. And everything he does to try to get this role. But on top of it, you have to move past the fact that he's kind of an asshole. And I think Yahya does a great job of making him a lovable asshole because you can see his heart is always in the right place. And that's the biggest thing I felt we got from the character of Simon Williams. You get a little bit of his history. You get an understanding as to why becoming Wonder Man is so important to him. I do feel like they missed a chance to call out the toxic fandom in regards to casting a black man in a previously white role, but that goes without saying. But the way Yahya Abdul-Mateen makes you feel for Simon and get an understanding of this is a guy who knows he's an asshole, but he's also a guy who cares about his craft to the point where he's hiding the fact that you're not allowed to be a superpowered actor because of a situation from a former just up-and-comer who ended up having superpowers and what happened there. This show has some amazing cameos. It has some awesome effects. And I think I say awesome effects because there's barely any, but the moments you get them are powerful. They mean something. It's not just throwing something cool on the screen to throw something cool at the screen. There's purpose behind it. And I think ultimately That's what makes this show a winner. I was just dumbfounded and shocked because I don't really think personally, I don't think there was anything I had wrong with this series. I mean, ultimately, I am being honest. I thought this was essentially a perfect show. Just like I thought the studio was a perfect show, just like I felt Ted Lasso in the past has been a perfect series. And I want to say that's got a lot to do with Daniel Destin Cretton, who was also the director and the showrunner. He directed 2 or 3 episodes, I believe. But for those people who don't realize that, he is the guy who directed Shang-Chi, and he's also the director of Spider-Man Brand New Day coming out later this year. So I'm really blown away with what he was able to bring us in Simon Williams and how he got the right guy for the job, because that's never easy. And I know a lot of fans will ultimately go to, well, it's a black guy playing a white guy, and that's I felt like that was potentially the only piece that was missing from everything that they covered. Is I wanted to see how, as an actor, Simon took that head on, just get an idea of what he was able to do or how he handled that as an actor, because it is such an amazing thing, especially as a black man, to go through. But if I'm going to give this series a rating, for me personally, it's a perfect 5 out of 5 for me. I was just blown away. I know I talked a lot about Yahya and Daniel Destin Cretton. There, like I said, there's some amazing cameos you're going to see throughout it. Ben Kingsley as the co-lead is phenomenal, and seeing why things are happening a certain way, and that the Department of Damage Control is still an issue going forward for now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe was really cool as well. But with that, folks, that is my thoughts on Marvel Television's Wonder Man. Be sure to check out the show. Also, check out, like I said up top, my reviews for Daredevil Born Again. Check out the sister, my reaction to Daredevil Born Again, sorry. The sister channel, Watt Real Gaming, run by my business partner, Taylor Cleek, where he does all of our video gaming streams. And also check out the Daily Prophet cast I do with Amr and Moses, which is our Harry Potter podcast. This past week or month, our episode that we did was who should play Lord Voldemort in the Harry Potter reboot series. So please check those out. And thank you for tuning into everything we do over here at Watt Real Entertainment. Remember to like and subscribe, and like the video, please. It means a lot. We're working our way up. We're trying to get to 1,000, I'm hoping, by the end of this year. Con coverage is coming up. Fan Expo Cleveland is a month and a half away. Really excited to get into that. And yeah, folks. But with that, signing off, I am Matt. This was another Real Review. And be sure to come back tomorrow for my season review of Season 3 of Shrinking. And until then, we'll see you next time.